Hello, it's Crypto CJ. It's the trade of the day, Monday night slash Tuesday morning Zoom edition. And the markets have been recovering somewhat. We were beaten down into the 70s. Bitcoin was last week. We're in the mid 80s now. Many talking heads are saying this is a recovery. The Trump tariffs seem to be leveling off, and other countries seem to want to negotiate. So perhaps that'll work itself out and not be a drag on the economy. We'll start with Bitcoin. We'll go to the Bitcoin chart and I'll share my screen. Okay, you should be seeing my Bitcoin day chart.
84.6. All
Yep,
right, good.
84.6. So as you can see, last week we're down in the 70s, but we've been trending back up on the day chart here and mid 80s at the moment. So that's good news for Bitcoin. Ethereum, a smaller recovery. It was down in the 1400s, now it's in the 1600s. I'd really like to see this punch its way above 2000 and work its way back to where it was a few months ago. That would help the altcoins considerably, but at the moment, still towards the bottom of its recent range. So I looked on X slash Twitter earlier, didn't really see anything earth shaking. So if anybody has some news or questions or comments to contribute, go ahead and speak up now. If not, we will go over to Altcoin Alert, see if we can find some day trades and swing trades. All right, let's do that. Okay, Altcoin Alert. Easy mode is off. I have the Altcoin radar setting. Gonna refresh, get the most current information. I have the AA score sorted. Looking for values 80 and higher, but I'm not seeing any. So let's do, yeah, 73 on this Aleph. I looked at Keep Network briefly, but it had practically no volume. And then we're down in the 60s. So the AA score is not cooperating with us today. We don't have any good candidates. I've been getting most of my coins to follow from social activity, sort through with that, match it up with trading activity, and see what we've got.
Glasses.
BTHO. Pardon?
No, need my glasses. I can't.
Oh, okay. All right, fire here on Alice. Fire and thumbs up on Vet. Thumbs up and fire on Aleph again. Helium, two thumbs up. And a few more down here. SEI. Looks pretty good. Most of the coins are down a little bit today. This one's up. Let's look at SEI or saves. This one might be on Coinbase. And it is. Okay, I'm on my 15-minute layout. This is what I use for day trading. And I've got supply and demand visible range from Algo, free indicator. I use it for support and resistance. The green zone is support, red zone resistance. Then the RTI relative trend index for um, alerts and entries, and cumulative delta for trend-based trading confirmation. My favorite entries are these down here that dip below the 20 on the RTI, then break back up. So we had that happen here. And it looks like a fake out. It dipped and then shot up. So we dipped about 2% and then up, 7%. That's a great day trade. So that was our example from a couple days ago. At the moment, We are dipping below the 50 on the RTI, but not the 20 yet. This might dip below the 20, then come back up. So you want to set an alert on this, right click on the RTI, add an alert, crossing up the 20, and name the alert, add a custom name. I usually go with the information source, social activity sort. TradingView will remember what you type in if you type it in a few times. Notifications, notifying the app on my phone, toast notification, pop up on my computer, and play a sound also on my computer. And there's a few to choose from. I usually go 3 notes reverb, click create, and you're good to go. But my Coinbase is kind of tapped out right now, so
Yeah, I
I'm
know
not
the
going to set
feeling.
this alert. Um, that's how you do that on the day trading layout. On the swing trade, my layout's a little different. I'm on the 1 hour chart, and I'm still using support and or supply and demand visible range for support and resistance. But I'm going SuperTrend, which is alert friendly, help me get in to trades, and Trendilo LSMA. It's moving average indicator for confirmation. So we're pretty close to the red zone on the hour chart on this. In this situation, I'll usually go to a later time frame, a 4 hour chart to look for prior price action. And we've got that from late March. So potential retrace would be from here to the red zone, 16%. This resistance here, about 20, 21. So these are all reasonable take profits on swing trades based on support and resistance. So if you want to take this trade, uh, you could get in now. It's a little late, but and we do have the Trendio pointing up. These super trend printed a buy signal a few days ago, and that still seems to be in effect, though that candle action is kind of going sideways now.
Or
Let's look at Bitcoin to see what it's doing on the hour chart. Yeah, it's going sideways as well. So I don't know about this one. Another option would be to catch the next buy signal. So maybe this takes a dip, this prints a sell, and then catches a buy down here somewhere. I think that's what I would do. Right click on the super trend. You can keep the direction change if you want to trade both directions. Otherwise, choose the buy for a long. And once custom name, that was social activity. You might want to change your notification if you have different ones for day trading and swing trading like I do. Probably stick with handbell for this. Click create and you're good to go. That should show up. Yeah, there is the alert on the 4 hour chart. My alert section. Okay, any questions on say is a day trade or swing trade?
nope.
All right, let's go back to Altcoin Alert and see what else we can find. We've gone through AA score, social activity sort, project 1 hour projected range. I've been dabbling with this a little bit lately. Looking for values when they're both green. And I've got one here, Frax, but the middle value is really small. So yeah, I don't like anything here either. So I'm gonna pass on that. Let's go to short-term sentiment. Match that up with Elder Impulse hourly, shorter term sentiment and technical indicators. But I've had a hard time getting short term to match with anything I want to trade. Here's my neighbor Alice. It's had a nice move today, 13%. Let's check that out.
Whoa.
All right. Yeah, I had a big pump here
Up and dump.
yesterday and then gave about half of it back. So yeah, I'm not sure where you want to get in here. It's hanging around the 50 at the moment. This would have been good. This entry here from Sunday. And, big move, 30+%. I probably would have been out around that 4% move, which is usually sufficient for me on my day trades. Maybe you want to catch the next dip below 20, just like the last one we did. Right click on the RTI, crossing up. Here we go. On the 20. And this was short term sentiment. 3 notes reverb. Click create. I'll follow this one today. All right, on the 1 hour chart. Yeah, that candle was aggressive.
Oh,
Shot up 30% 1 hour and then gave back, about 2/3 of it. That's about where we are now. So currently in the sell on the super trend. If you want to catch the next buy, super trend buy, and click whatever sound you want, and you're ready. This is a little too volatile or violent for me. I think I'll pass on this one, but if you're more of a risk taker than me, then go ahead and set it up. Catch the next buy signal. To the red zone from here is 17%, so that's a good swing trade. All right, any questions on Alice? My neighbor Alice. Interesting name for a coin.
yeah. I don't know that I ever even heard of that before.
Yeah, it's been around for a year or two. I think it might be attached to a game or something like that. I don't remember
Yeah.
exactly what its utility is, but all right, let's go back to Altcoin Alert. We do a long-term sentiment sort. And well, that'll wrap up. And we'll match that with Elder Impulse Daily. VTHO, it's an older project. GMX, don't know that one. Coin Metros. Coin. OKB. Radix Helium. Maybe we'll look at that one. Tron. It's been a while since we've looked at Tron. You can find that anywhere, or just about anywhere. We'll look at Tron. But helium would be a candidate as well. So I don't trade Tron that much because it doesn't move as much as I would like, but it's had some more aggressive movements lately. and currently in the below the 20, so it's due for recovery and a break above. That would probably happen right about here. Red zone, just under 2%, 2% here. Hmm. It's below the zero on the RTI. I expect a bigger range. So maybe I will bail on this and look at, what was the other one I was looking at? Um,
Helium, was it?
helium. Yeah, thanks. So is that on my list? Yes. So helium's also dipped below the 20. So if you got in now, it's a pretty big movement there to the red zone's 14, 15%. That's much better than 2%. So I think I like that one better. Where can we trade this though? That's my old, oh, that was my old Binance chart, but this is Coinbase chart. So you can get it there. So I'm gonna set this alert up. Right click on the RTI. I'll trade both directions on this. So I'm gonna enter a channel, which is a little different than the other alerts I was showing you. 80 on top, 20 on bottom. So it breaks above the 80 and then dips back down. That could be a short position. If it breaks below the 20 like it has now, and then comes back up, that's a long position. So look at match up with Bitcoin, look at the markets overall though before you make your choice or your final trade decision. Once per bar close, we'll leave this on all day till I turn it off. Custom name, long-term sentiment. Notify an app, show toast notification. We've been through this before. Click create, and my helium alert is ready. Okay, so that's the day trading option. On the swing trade option, we're in a sell on the 1 hour chart. Trendilo LSMA is pointing down, so a big move seems to be less likely based on this information. We're got in now. Red zone's about 15%. I like this as a day trade better than this. Look at the 4 hour chart. Yeah, it's towards the top of the range there. Maybe 8 hour chart or day chart. Yeah, helium is top of the 8 hour chart, but not the day chart. It's got retrace potential. 150% for 123 days. That's actually not bad. More than 1% per day. But again, the likelihood of that happening, I don't know. So
That bounce was probably the news from Elon Musk's satellite thing
yeah,
and
it
the
could be.
IoT.
Yeah, this has a helium has a use case that does something with multiple nodes to connect. I don't remember exactly what it does, but
Yeah, it's
um,
an IoT coin, and then they also have a phone app
hmm,
that they're linked with.
that's what I was trying to remember. Yeah, the phone app.
I
So,
took a
it's somewhat
last year.
useful. So if you want to just buy this as a spot trade and hold it for a few months, that might be reasonable. It's not really how I like to trade, but some of you might be longer term swing traders or hodlers. This one might be a candidate for that kind of thing. All right. Any questions on helium as a day or swing trade? Well, that's about all I have for Altcoin Alert. Anybody have any questions or comments about that platform before we head over to iCoin Pro?
Nope.
All right. Let's go to iCoin Pro. Got the buddy coin crawler here. And sorting by the average low to SMA. It's a 24-hour low. The SMA line is that middle line on the Bollinger Bands. These green lines are Bollinger Bands, and this red line is the SMA simple moving average. So in the 24-hour period up to that line, that's what we're looking to sort by on the iCoin Pro Buddy Coin Crawler tool. Buddy coins are iCoin Pro slang for the coin you're following that day. So I chose a couple buddy coins when I was setting alerts. That's usually how I do it. Lately it's been coins I haven't heard of that have been up here in the high ranges. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit, looking for values 4% and higher, and not really seeing anything that I know. Cream's up here at 10%. Troy, something I used to trade back in 19 or 20. Fun token. Not seeing much here I want to look at. LTO, I trade sometimes. That's just below 4%. We'll look at that one. Okay, it's on Binance US. Blowfin, which I've been trading on lately. We'll look at that. Actually traded this, I think, yesterday or day before. All right, it's hanging around the 20 on the RTI. So this one's ready now. Yeah, 15% move. I might look at this one a little more after the Zoom call. The 15-minute, we're generally trending up. Got our green candle here on Bitcoin. So yeah, not financial advice, but this one could be good to go for a day trade. I don't think I'd wait for 16%. I think I'd be trying to catch this 10% move, this resistance here. Yeah, that'd be a really good day trade on LTO. So you could take that one now if you're so inclined. As a swing trade, does not look nearly as good. It
Really?
is in the green zone. Trendilo is not supporting us, nor is SuperTrend. So you want to catch the next alert. If you want to swing trade this one, yeah, click to buy, and you know the rest. So, all right, LTO. I like that day trade setup though. Any questions on this one?
Nope.
All right, we'll look at one more on iCoin Pro. I had to go to the bottom of the list for LTO. Let's look at something kind of different. LDO, fun token. Not the fun token. Can we have fun on this call? Why not? It's on crypto, MEXC, mostly on foreign exchanges, but you don't need KYC or even a VPN trade on Blowfin. So that might be a new one you guys want to check out. I haven't traded it enough to recommend it, but it's a little clunky actually, but I've been able to do some trades. This one is at the top of the range as a day trade, so I don't like that. but the last time it was down below the 20, it broke up, made a really big move. Yeah. So about 20%. That'd be a great day trade. Um, so you might want to wait till it breaks down below at least the 50, kind of like it did here. So there are some other options here. You see me use the 20 a lot and the 50 occasionally. But you could say crossing up on the 55 if you want. So it's a smaller dip and then a break back up. That could be a choice on the RTI. I usually use the 20 or the 50, mostly the 20.
Right.
So that's here. And then I've done a few of these already. So yeah, catch the next dip on this one. The swing trade. We're a little late. It's in the buy on the SuperTrend. Trendilo LSMA is pointing up. Got in now. The red zone would be a couple percent away. It's more of a day trade than a swing, but could work. So, um,
1 hour.
let's see, where are we on the 4 hour on this? Yeah, towards the top of the range there. 8 hour, top of the range, day top of the range. So yeah, if you are buying this one, be advised you're at the top of the range, even all the way to the day chart. So I don't know how I don't think I'm comfortable with that. Probably pass on that one. All right, any questions on the fun coin?
No, not looking
Well,
like a good day.
no, there's a few in there that we looked at that have potential, but I would pass on this. And I think I'll wrap it up here. Any questions about day trading, swing trading, iCoin Pro or Altcoin Alert generally? Any coins you want to
No,
look at? All
Yeah,
right.
I'm
I
good.
have no coins.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we had a couple others join us. Isaac and Daryl, welcome aboard. And hope what I showed you was somewhat useful. Um, if you're watching on the recording, I appreciate that, but I'd rather see you live. Please check out the opportunities in the pinned comment to help fund the channel. And I will see you in a few days on Thursday night/Friday morning. Have a good trading week, and I'll see you then. Bye.